Sup, my dudes, Valk here, and today I'm going to talk to you why Dabi needs a rework or why his kit's bad, etc. Just going to try to explain to you guys so a lot of people understand. I see a lot of people defend him, and a lot of people don't understand actually how ineffective his kit is at really doing much of anything. So I'm going to go over his kit, what it does, and basically how to beat it, and why it's really, really bad. So first off, let's just talk about his kit. His alpha is a tracking fireball. You can see I can aim this way. Well, not that far off target, but I can aim like relatively close to target, and it's automatically going to track to one. His beta sets a trap that if they trigger, it goes ahead. It does really good damage, and whenever somebody's down, you can spam this on top of them and just let them blow up, and their teammates can't save them. And then his gamma is an AoE that goes ahead and blocks out any projectiles around him and pushes enemies back a little bit, so it's a good way to get people off you. So now, what is the issue? Here, let me show you what I was talking about the beta with the traps. You can see you can just do this, and that's how you can finish people very easily. So now, what's the issue with him? It's mostly in actual fights, right? Whenever you're doing alpha, if you alpha an enemy, it's very easy to dodge. It's very easy because it's a very slow-moving projectile. And yes, it hones, but you can just dodge roll it and get your very massive iframes. Because if you don't know, this game has massive, massive iframes. So you can very easily dodge roll it during your iframes. It's going to go nearest to where you target, and it's just really easy to deal with. It's not really a big deal. Now, his traps, once again, they get dodge rolled. If you dodge roll whenever you see the trap activate, or you dodge roll when you step into it, you won't get hit by it. You are guaranteed to get rid of it. So, if you're going against really good players, two of his abilities are effectively rendered useless by them knowing how to press the dodge button. So then we go into his third option, Gamma. Now, exactly how do you deal with Gamma as an attacker? Easy. You wait for it to time out. Once it times out, then you can go ahead and push him. But with the Gamma up, it's not really threatening because you can just step away and then dodge his alphas. Like, what's he going to do? If he steps out of Gamma, he dies. And if he stays in Gamma, the only thing he can really do is throw alphas. And I've already said, those are really, really easy to deal with. All in all, his kit's just very easy to actually play around unless he has a very coordinated team. Now, if he has a very coordinated team, that's a completely different story because they can actually play around his abilities and try to push people in the traps and stuff like that. Now, he is a menace inside like Typhoon Zone and other buildings where he can place traps at doorways, which you got to be careful. You got to dodge through doorways and get through the traps, etc. But he is a menace in situations like that, but that's far and few between that circles are actually in those spots. Most of the time, Dabi's going to be fighting in open field where he is literally useless in my opinion. I just don't see the character being very good in any situation in there where you could pick something like a Froppy or a Bakugo or a Deku and just do really, really good. Whereas if you play Dabi, there's a reason I always put Dabi at the bottom of the tier list, is not because of his survivability. I think he's good at surviving. It's mostly he's just locked down. He locks down an area and it's just not very good. Now, like I said, once again, if you can actually coordinate with your team, which, let's be real, rarely happens in this game, but if you can actually manage to coordinate with your team, I do think he has a lot of potential in playing like that. And the fact that you can Gamma, you can protect off your teammates while they go ahead and return fire. It's like a better version of Todoroki's Ice Wall. So it's good in that regard. But at the end of the day, he just has massive kit issues and fundamentally playing defensively. And a game as aggressive as this is just bad. It's not going to ever be good. I don't see any situations where he can be good because of his defensive nature by default due to his kit. The only way they would ever make him good is by completely overtuning his kit with bonkers numbers. To the point where if he hits somebody with an ability, it does crazy damage. And I don't think that they should do that. I don't think that's a way to help him. I just think Dabi just genuinely needs a little bit of a rework to be a little bit more aggressive. I don't think such a defensive playstyle, maybe like one defensive ability is fine, but two defensive abilities is a little much because now he has no way to actually pursue kills. The one thing, but I will say, if you play him in any match whatsoever, you will get a lot of damage per match because you can just throw this out. You can just aim nowhere and throw this, and it'll just track people, and you'll hit them constantly. But because people, I don't know why people don't dodge it. To me, it's easy to dodge. That's how I deal with Dabi, but a lot of people don't dodge it whenever I play ranked with them. But yeah, I think Dabi is just overall a very defensive character in a very aggressive game. And the game says it's time for me to end the video. So, thank you guys all for watching as always. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.